Namaste. Welcome to Vermont. We are here with the Adirondack Mountains behind us and a beautiful red barn where retired horses live. Hopefully we can go visit that while we're here. I'm glad you guys are here. Last year on this day you came out and helped me honor my mother through yoga, so I would love to make that an annual practice. So thank you for practicing with us today. It's very special to me. We'll work on Padangusthasana today, so hand to big toe pose. So if you have a strap, that would be really handy for practice. And of course, if you want to sit on anything like a blanket or a block, grab that as well. Okay, so once you're ready, find yourself in a comfortable seat. And again, if your hips are a little tight, then sit up on a blanket or a block. And let's find Bhumisparsha mudra to start. So earth-touching gesture. So take one hand to your heart and one hand will touch the ground. And if you can't quite touch the ground, if you're sitting up higher, then bring your hand onto a block or something solid to touch. Let your eyes close, sit up nice and tall, lift your heart up into your hand. As you let your hand gently touch your heart, relax your shoulders, bring your chin parallel to the ground and soften your eyes as they close. Reach right up through the crown of your head and start to feel into the rhythm of your breath. Take a little time here to notice your breath and try to lengthen out the inhale, let it flow into the exhale. On the exhale, let that flow back into your inhale. Feeling that sense of rooting through your sit bones and the fingertips that are touching the ground as you lengthen right up through your spine. Feel the energy, the prana flowing through your body as you create this energy circuit where we're touching the ground, we're feeling into the heart space, helping us to find our roots, our connection. Sometimes we forget, or life gets chaotic, and this is a nice mudra to find, to come back to center, to find your roots again. Remember what you are devoted to. Let's take one more round of your breath together. Bring your hands up to Anjali Mudra and make an offering of your practice. And let's share Om together. Deep breath in. Release your hands softly, open your eyes. There's these adorable little mason bees flying around. If I'm doing this, forgive me. Take your hands behind you. Bring your feet out in front of you and lift your chest. You can bring your fingertips to face your hips or turn them out to the sides and squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift your heart to the center of your chest, right up to the sky. Let your shoulder blades help support that lift of your chest as they squeeze together. And then press into your hands and your feet. Lift up altar pose. Press into your hands, press into your feet, draw your tailbone toward the back of your knees. Take a big inhale through your nose, exhale out through your mouth. You're going to lower your hips. Keep your hands on the ground. Lift your feet up. Try to lift out of your low back, so you want to draw energy all the way through your toes. Keep lifting your chest. Then, if that's okay, lift your arms. And if you get a little pinching in the hip flexor, so if you externally rotate through your hips, that might help you find a little more space, feel a little better. So feel free to do that. You're going to lower down into Ardha Navasana. So you'll stretch out your legs, keep your core nice and strong. Lower down until your shoulder blades are off the ground. Look to your toes. And then draw everything up. That prana brings you back up, look up. And do that one more time. I'm going to exhale and lower down slowly, no rush. Reach all the way through your toes, shoulder blades off the ground. And then draw everything back up. Good. You're going to lower down Ardha Navasana. And then lower all the way down. Hug your knees in. Rock a little bit side to side through your hips. You can stay right where you are on your mat. Matt and I are just going to swivel to the left. And we'll take Hasta Padangusthasana here. So reclined hand to big toe pose. So first your left leg is down, your right leg will go up to the sky. Here's where you might want your strap. You can wrap your strap around the ball of your right foot. Flex your foot, draw your toes towards your face. If you don't have a strap and you can't quite reach your toe with your first two fingers, you can interlace your fingers behind the back of your thigh or your calf, okay? Take as much of the strap as you need. I like to hold on to both sides. Reach your heel up. Draw, again, your toes toward your face. You want to draw your outer right hip forward so it's not creeping up towards your shoulder. And stay there. Stretch out your left leg. Make sure your left leg is strong. You might feel more sensation through your right hamstrings, calf muscles. Draw down through your right sit bone. Reach up through the heel. Take another breath. And then grab both sides of your strap and take your right leg out to the right. Left hand on your left thigh or hip. Keep it grounded. It only goes so far, so stay curious as you're moving out to the right. Maybe there's somewhere higher up that you want to pause where you feel a lot of sensation, so don't rush. Keep your left hip rooted. Reach through your heel. You can close your eyes here. Your body's heavy and fully supported by the ground beneath you. Inhale, the right leg comes back up, and let's twist. So both sides of the strap into your left hand. Stretch your right arm out to the right. You're going to take your right leg all the way over. And again, slowly find that edge where you feel something. And I like to send this outer right hip again forward so there's more space through your hip and your shoulder. Keep reaching through the left leg. Don't let it just fall, limp to the ground. You want to keep that strong. Inhale, you'll bring your right leg back up. Move your strap. Keep your right leg up, your left leg long, and then lift your left leg off the ground. You're going to curl up your head, neck, and shoulders. Okay, so you feel your core again. It's like Ardha Navasana here. As you exhale, you're going to twist over to your right. So reach your both arms over to the right beyond your right leg. And just pulse for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Left arm on the inside of your right leg. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach through your toes and go over to the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then hug your knees to your chest. Little rock, soften. Feel that heaviness through the back of your body. You're supported. And then right foot down, left leg up. Hasta Padangusthasana, hand to big toe pose. Again, if you can't clasp around that big toe, find your strap. Really feel into this left leg. Also, you can have the left knee bent. You want the leg more perpendicular to the ground rather than way out in front of you. So bend your knee if you need to. Draw down through your left sit bone. Reach up through your left heel. Try to point the toes toward the face. Really get into your calf muscles. And again, you might keep your right knee bent if that's enough sensation in the left leg, or stretch your right leg out. Let's catch the strap in the left hand and open up the leg. Just reach your right arm out to the right, or bring your right hand on your right hip or thigh if it seems, to be popping up off the ground. You're welcome to look in the opposite direction of your leg. Unless you have someone else's foot in your face. Take another breath. Inhale, come on up, and we'll twist. So both sides of the strap into the right hand. Left arm floats out to the left. And then slowly take it over your body. Twist all the way up through your spine. Remember, this left hip draws more forward. You can even use your finger to send, or your thumb, or your hand to send that outer left hip a little more forward. Find the space. You can look again in the opposite direction of the legs, so to the left. Inhale, you'll rise back up with the leg. Release your strap. And lift your right leg, let it hover off the ground. Reach through your toes, curl up your head, neck, and shoulders. Reach forward. Think of Ardha Navasana. You're cinching your waist, strong in your arms and your legs. You're going to twist over to the left. You're going to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Through center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And to the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then your knees hug to your chest. Little ball. We're going to rock and roll on our spine. Eventually to come up. Again, you're forward on your mat. We're going to switch our sides here. And then into Adho Mukha Svanasana. All the way back. Downward facing dog. You can just have your strap over to one side. You'll use it later perhaps. Pedal around through your feet. So feel the ground beneath you through your hands. Spread your fingers wide. Root into your knuckles, your finger pads. And feel the ground under your feet. Through your toes. Spread them wide. Pedal your heels. Feel that sense of connection. Feel the flow of your breath and that pulse of that subtle energy that runs through your body. Flow into plank pose as you breathe in. Press the ground away. Hug your hands and your feet toward each other. Really fire up your center, your core. And then bend your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again into plank. Lower your knees, Anahatasana, heart melting pose. Keep your hips high over your knees. As you melt your heart slowly to the ground, bring your forehead down. Wrap your inner arms in and up toward the sky. You're widening your shoulder blades. Externally rotating your arms. And then bend your elbows. So maybe walk your hands a little closer together. Bend your elbows. Bring your palms together to touch. Bring your thumbs to the back of your neck. See if you can walk your elbows even further forward and open up through your armpits, undersides of your arms. Maybe even scoop your belly, draw it in and up to find a little more stretch through the undersides of your arms, upper back. And then stretch out your arms, slide your hands in. Cow pose as you breathe in, extend your spine. Cat pose as you breathe out round. So then again, breathe in. And then breathe out. Good, breathe in into cow. And then find a neutral spine. Kick your right leg out to the right. Let your toes point forward so it's right in line with your hip. Good, and then left hand under your left shoulder. You're going to reach your right arm up to the sky. You're going to breathe in. Open up through the chest. And scoop your right arm under your chest. You're going to reach to the left. You're just going to twist. Reach as far as you can to the left. You can bend your left elbow. And then breathe in and open up. Exhale and twist. One more time. Inhale, Ujjayi. Back of the throat. Exhale. Come on up to stand on the knee and that right foot, hands to your hips. Parigasana, gate pose. You're going to slide your right hand down your right thigh. All the way down to your outer calf if you can, and then left arm up and over. Spin from the center of your chest to the sky. And let that left arm drop in front of your face. Come on up. Right hand to your right hip. Bring your left hand down, side plank. Reach your right arm up. Exhale, let that right arm float up and over, down in front of your face. And then hands back to the top of the mat. Swing your right leg back. Tuck your left toes. Three-legged dog. Lift your right leg high. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Lower your right foot as you float into plank. Breathe in. Lower to the mat as you breathe out. Maybe you drop your knees for this round. Cobra, Bhujangasana. Lift your chest. Lower down as you exhale. Press up and back, child's pose, balasana. Maybe take your arms by your sides for just a breath. Really round the upper back. Good, and then slide your hands forward. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. One more time into cow. Breathe in. Neutral spine. Take your left foot out to the left. Toes point forward. Right hand right under the right shoulder. Lift your left arm. Big breath there. And then exhale, you're going to twist. Reach under your right arm. Again, you can bend your right elbow. Really get into the upper back there. Maybe a little crack. Breathe in. And then breathe out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Slide your hands in. You're going to stand up for Parigasana. Slide your left hand down your left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. And as you're finding this lateral side bend, you're also twisting. Rotate your chest to the sky. Look up. Let the arm drop in front of your face and then bring it to the ground. Vashisthasana variation. Left arm goes high. Let that left arm reach and then drop over the face as you bring your hands forward. Left leg goes back, tuck your right toes. Three-legged dog, bend your knee, open your hip. Try to draw your right heel toward the ground, right kneecap up towards your right hip, and then lower the leg, plank, breathe in. Lower to the mat as you breathe out. Bhujangasana, lift your chest. Lower down as you exhale. Press up and back, Balasana. Again, sweep your arms down by your sides. Just take a moment to pause. Inhale to all fours. Cow, exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Reach your right leg to the sky as you breathe in. Let's bend the knee, open your hip. Exhale, take your right knee to your right upper arm. So pull your belly in and up, press the ground away. And then right leg goes high, breathing in. Over to your left upper arm. Inhale again, right leg high. And then draw your knee to your nose. Look forward to step forward, lower the back knee down. Reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Take a little side bend here. Left arm goes up and over. And then if you can, bring your hand down to the ground or to a block. So touch the ground. A little Bhumisparsha mudra here. Bring your hand to your heart. And then both hands come down, slide your hips back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Flex your right foot, press into that right heel, like you want to drag it back towards your hip. And then come forward, twist left hand down, pick up your left knee and take your right arm to the sky. Stack your right shoulder over your left. Lower your right hand, downward facing dog, exhale. Plank, breathe in. To the mat or chaturanga as you breathe out into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift your left leg up, breathe in, bend your knee, open your hip. Exhale, left knee, left upper arm. Try to get it as high as you can. And then left leg high, breathing in, over to your right upper arm. Inhale, left leg high. To your nose, round and curl in that cat-like spine. Look forward, step forward, and lower your back knee down. Anjaneyasana, reach your arms up. From the back foot up through your chest. And then left hand to your left hip, side bend. Right arm over your head. Hands to the block or to the ground. And right hand to your heart. Bhumisparsha mudra here. Firm up your right glute, stretch to the front of your right hip. And then both hands down, hips back, Ardha Hanuman. Keep your spine long as you fold. Come forward, right hand down, right knee lifts, left arm high, twist. Reach through your fingertips. Left hand down, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Plank, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Cobra or upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a full breath. Good, reach your right leg up, breathe in, bend your knee, open your hip. As you exhale, you're going to take your right knee to your left upper arm and then slide into fallen triangle, any variation you like. Bring your left foot down, left arm high. Left hand down, draw your knee to your nose. Step forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Bring your back heel down, warrior 1. Arms up. Good, right hand to your right hip, side bend. Good, and then cut across. So twist, you're going to pick up your back heel. Maybe you want to cut all the way across, hand to the outside of your right foot, right arm high, or bring your left hand back to the inside of your right foot. And then Virabhadrasana 2, spin your back heel down and open up to the left. Good, straighten your right leg and stretch your arms to the sky just for a breath. Exhale back, Virabhadrasana 2. Peaceful warrior, wrap your left arm behind your back. Side angle, forearm to your thigh, left arm over your left ear. Let's do that again. Come back up, peaceful, breathe in. And then Parshva Konasana as you breathe out. Spread your toes, root into the ground. Do that one more time. Come up slowly, peaceful, breathe in. Parshva Konasana. Breathe out. Let's stay. Roll your chest to the sky. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Straighten your right leg. Left arm right up and out of your left shoulder. Good. Left hand to your left hip. Ardha Chandrasana. Bend your right knee. Reach beyond maybe the upper right corner of your mat and lift your left leg. Hand to the floor or a block. Left arm to the sky, or maybe Chapasana. If you want to bend the knee, catch your foot. A little bow there. Release the foot if you've got it. Bring your hands down, standing splits. Left leg goes high, forehead toward your shin. Get into the backs of the legs again. And then lower your left foot down. Halfway lift, breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. And then slide your hands, let's bend the knees, slide your hands under your feet. And fold inward. Bend your elbows out to the sides. Maybe belly on your thighs. A little more weight into your toes, just touching your wrists. Release your hands. Let's stand all the way up. Urdhva Namaskar, upward prayer. Draw your hands to your heart. Tadasana. From there, bend your knees, Garudasana. Bend your right knee a little more to stack your left thigh over your right. Toes to the mat or wind them around your calf. Right arm over your left. Wind your forearms. Soften your shoulders, lift your elbows. Take another deep breath. Unwind your arms. Step back, low lunge. Side plank, left hand down. You can bring your left knee down or just step your right leg back. Vashisthasana. Maybe into a wild thing. Step your right foot behind your left. Curl back, hand to your heart. Left hand to the ground. Feel that connection. Downward facing dog, exhale. Plank pose, breathing in. When you're ready, chaturanga, breathing out. Back bend, cobra or upward dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, breathe in, bend your knee, open your hip. Left knee, right upper arm, exhale, right into a fallen triangle, your variation. Strong legs, lift your heart. Right hand down, draw your knee to your nose. Virabhadrasana 1, step your left foot forward, bring your back heel down, inhale your arms up. Press into your back foot, lift your chest. Side bend, left hand to your hip. Make some space through the right side of your body. And then cut across, pick up your right heel. So right hand to the outside of your left foot or to the inside. Right thigh lifts, left thigh drops. So you can float your left arm to the sky. Virabhadrasana 2, back heel spins down. Take your time, open up to the right. Widen your stance. Straighten your left leg, reach your arms up. And then exhale back, Virabhadrasana 2. Peaceful, breathe in, wrap your right arm behind your back. Side angle, breathe out, float your right arm over your right ear. Stay rooted and grounded, spread your toes. Reach down through your feet as you move through these two poses. Come back up, peaceful. Parshva Konasana, exhale. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Check in, take a breath. Draw your belly in and up. And then into Utthita Trikonasana triangle pose. Send your hips back and your heart forward. Feel the length of your legs and the length in your spine, the left side waist, the right side waist. Right hand to your hip, Ardha Chandrasana, bend your left knee. Reach beyond that upper left corner of your mat. Find your block to lift your chest a little more. Stay hand on your hip or float your arm, or Chapasana, find a little bow shape, back bend. Release the foot if you've got it, standing splits. You want to use your glutes, your hamstrings, lift your right leg higher and bow in towards your left shin. Head heavy, maybe nod it yes, shake it no. And then step your right foot down, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes, thumbs to the ground. Halfway lift again, breathe in, bend your knees. Fold over your legs, breathe out. You'll press your big toes into your fingers, your thumbs into the ground. Padangusthasana. Head nice and heavy. And then release your toes, stand up, Urdhva Namaskar as you're reaching up and over your head. And draw your prayer to your heart. Garudasana, bend your knees. You'll stand on your left foot, cross your right thigh. Toes to the mat or wind them around your calf. Left arm over your right. Squeezing your legs, squeezing your arms. Try to soften the shoulders and lift the elbows. Breathe into the back of your heart. And then release your hands. Step your way back. Long runner's lunge to Vashisthasana. Step your left foot back. Maybe bring the right knee down if you'd rather do that. And then step your left foot back if you'd like. Wild thing. Hand to your heart. Little connection. And then downward facing dog, exhale. Plank as you breathe in. Chaturanga as you breathe out. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a full breath. Good. Walk your hands back to your feet. Malasana. Find your squat. And bring your hands to your heart. Stay there, or Bakasana. Maybe Bakasana into Shirsasana. If you want to play with a headstand, you can go to a wall to do that. You'll take your hands down, wrap your elbows in, lift your knees, bring them as high as you can on your upper arms, press the ground away, round your upper back. And maybe you want to bend your elbows more and bring your head all the way to the ground. Take your legs all the way up to the sky. Energy all the way through your toes. And then to come back, bend your knees, take your knees to your upper arms, really pull your belly in and up, pull your heels up towards your hips, around your spine, and come back. Malasana. From there, fold forward, Uttanasana, take your time. And then stand all the way up, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale to your heart. Find your strap. And we'll take Padangusthasana, standing tall. I'll move a little forward, you move a little back if you want to, or find a good place to stand. Right foot down first. Okay, so right foot down first. You're going to bend your left knee. You can always stay here and not extend the leg, or use your strap or grab onto your big toe. You're going to ground into your right foot and extend your left leg. Just try to stack your shoulders right over your hips. Spread your toes. You're going to take your straps into your left hand. Take your right arm out to the right. Your left leg out to the left. Soften your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw. Feel the connection of your right foot into the ground. And then back through center and twist. Both straps into your right hand. Take your left hand back behind you. Stand nice and tall. Reach back as if you're reaching for somebody's hand. And then back through center. Drop your strap. Let your leg hover. And then lower it down, hands to your heart. Take a deep breath. And then the other side. Stand on your left foot. Again, you can do this with the lifted knee bent instead of straight. Or use your strap or grab onto your big toe. So stand nice and tall. That's why the strap is helpful. Makes your arms a little longer so you can stand taller. Breathe. Find a drishti, a focal point. Stay rooted through your left foot. Both sides of the strap into your right hand. And your left arm will go out to the left. Lengthen through both sides of your waist. Back through center. Both sides of the strap into your left hand. Twist to your right. Right arm goes back. Keep reaching back behind you. Back through the center, drop your strap and just hold the leg up for a moment and then lower it down to your heart. Take a deep breath, no rush. Okay. You're gonna lower down to your seat. Stretch your legs forward just a moment, Padangusthasana, and you can use your strap here. You're gonna lift your chest as you breathe in, fold as you breathe out. Feel the ground under your legs and your hips. Lengthen your spine forward and down, a deep bow. Inhale, rise up. Hasta Padangusthasana, cross your right foot over your left. Stay there or bend your left knee. We're going to twist to your right. So your right hand goes back behind you, just touching the ground. And then cross your left elbow around your knee or to the outside. And bring your left hand to your heart. You're touching the ground behind you. Bhumisparsha mudra again. Close your eyes. Feel deeply into your breath. Feel rooted through your sit bones and through your right hand. As you reach up to the sky through the crown of your head. Feel your chest into your hand. Breathe. Unwind all the way to the left. A little bow all the way to the ground. Fingertips down. And then inhale, you'll come back up. And let's switch our sides. So stretch your legs forward. You're going to cross your left leg over your right. And again, you can stay here or bend your right knee and take it behind you. Hasta Padangusthasana. Take your left hand behind you. Reach your right arm up and then hook the arm around the knee or hook the elbow to the outside of the knee. Bring your right hand to your heart. Bhumisparsha mudra here. Rooting through your sit bones, lengthen your spine. Close your eyes. Feel into your breath, that pulse of prana, subtle energy in your body. Feel your heart beating into your hand as your chest lifts up into your hand. Lift out of your low back. One more breath. Let's unwind and take that deep bow over to the right side. Inhale, come back up, bring your feet out in front of you, altar pose, feet down, fingertips pointing to your hips or out to the sides. You're going to lift your chest, press on up, stay rooted through your hands and your feet. Lion's breath, breathe in through your nose, stick out your tongue. Good, and then lower your hips towards your heels. So we're going to come into bridge pose. Unless you have a friend, you're going to come into bridge and shoulder stand. So bridge pose, or grab your friend. He's going to come into shoulder stand. Okay, so you could take a little plow pose, hands to your lower back, lift your legs up. Yep. Good. And then I'm going to be right here to support him with his feet. So you can start to bend your knees, Matt, and lower your feet to my knees as I come up into bridge. Keep coming down. Almost there. There you go. And then he can find that sense of rooting his feet into my legs. Yeah, you can hold my feet. Yeah, go ahead. And we'll take another full round of breath here. Good. And then you're going to bring your hands back to your lower back. Maybe go back into plow. Yeah, and I'll lower down. Good. And then, Matt, you can lower down as you're ready. I'm out of your way. Feel free to use your arms as brakes and roll down. Or roll down in your way. You can take your feet as wide as your mat and stretch your arms out. Rock your hips. If you were in shoulder stand, you might rock your head a little bit, side to side. Release through your throat and your neck. Let your legs fall over to the right and look to your left for a few breaths. And then head back through center and switch your sides. Legs to the left, look to your right. Couple breaths, nice and heavy, relax here. Deepen the exhalations, lean into them. And then head back through center. One last pose before Shavasana. It could be Happy Baby, it could be Apanasana, knees to the chest, or maybe even Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. And then when you feel ready, make your way to Shavasana. Stretch out your legs. If it's uncomfortable on your back, to lay flat, slide a pillow or a bolster under your knees, or even take your legs up the wall. Feel space around your arms and your body. Space between the legs, space between the fingers and the toes. Release any sense of gripping or grasping through your hands. Soften your shoulders, send your shoulder blades wide and down your back. Let your body relax, feel heavy, and it's fully supported by the ground beneath you. Feel your roots here. Even though we can't see them, they're there. can begin to deepen your breath. And find some movement through your fingers and your toes, your ankles and your wrists. Breathe in to reach your arms over your head. Breathe out to drop your body heavy. And lower your arms and bend your knees and roll to your right. Find your fetal shape. As you're ready, press yourself back up to your seat, Sukhasana. And Anjali Mudra, your gesture of honoring. Come back to your offering for practice. Let's close our practice with the sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. Lokasamasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Somehow may my thoughts, words, and actions contribute to the happiness and freedom of all beings. Thank you for the blessing of your company. May others as well benefit from our practice. Namaste. Thank you for joining us. Love you, miss you all.